happens slowly, I think, in your life. For me, it came because that was how I grew up. We grew up in a really beautiful house that Jeff Trewonick, I think, designed in the early 70s. My father being an interior designer and joiner, I guess. So for me, my mother was very, very highly artistic. And so for us, it was just a natural thing of how we were. You know, if, say for instance, somebody comes in and, you know, you're sitting there and talking to a potential client and talking about a potential brief and all of this sort of thing, for me, that's when I start thinking about the ideas are coming then already. So it's not like it's, you know, as I was talking to somebody recently where you actually then take the brief and then go away and look at some books. For me, it doesn't happen like that. It happens, it's an immediate response to a brief and a client and a situation and the thing itself, like if it's a beautiful Victorian house or if it's a beautiful house in Caulfield or something like that. So at that point that I start to get the ideas. You know, often you would design a hospitality venue a bit like a home and vice versa. So, you know, there was a point, I think, in history where, say with hotel design and hospitality design, that people started to cotton on to the fact that humans like to have their homes a bit like a hotel and vice versa. Restaurants and things like that have to have a feeling of familiarity, but at the same time they have to have an element of excitement as well. We talk to each other in the office about always trying to raise our own, you know, the bar. Every new project has to be somehow a learning curve, but at the same time, I've been thinking a lot about everything that we've done and how to continue that along. Does every new project have to be a significantly new thing, or can we have a stream of consciousness that rides through each project? It's fantastic having architecture involved so that you can actually look at the architecture as you're designing the interiors and things like that. That's really just brilliant. You know, working in Hong Kong is extremely important for us. I just love it. Being able to work in Hong Kong brings a great deal of freedom for me, a great deal of creative freedom, a great deal of personal freedom too. Design becomes a way of life. I mean, I don't think you'd ever walk away from it. For me, design means a way of making the world better for everyone. It's a creative pursuit as well. Look, there's the creative pursuit and there's the business pursuit, and it's trying to marry those two things, which sometimes is very difficult, you know, for any of us out there. But I think, you know, creating environments for people is a really special thing, and I think that, you know, for instance, when we do people's homes or hotels or hospitality venue, it's trying to make a space that people will love to be in, and I think that in itself is a really nice thing.